Hey,
Guys.
hey, y'all. So Gabby's actually, she's the host of this episode.
Yes. And I'm
And
gonna be awkward because I don't know to look at the camera or to you, but
it's fine.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, this is different for me being on the other end and kind of being a guest now.
How we met. Yeah. Why don't
But we
you
gotta.
tell the story?
How did we meet? So,
We were drunk at Fridays.
so we went to Fridays.
You went with what's her name?
I don't even know, girl.
Oh.
So I
Yeah.
went to
You
Fridays.
were by yourself?
Yes, I went to Fridays with somebody that I used to be cool with, but
Oh.
we're not cool anymore.
Okay.
Which is nothing crazy. Nothing crazy happened, but we
Yeah.
just, people just move forward
Yeah.
and don't, so and that's how we met. We were eating wings and seafood, and then Gabby came in with two of her friends.
Yeah.
Are you still?
Oh. Oh. Now I'm remembering.
Yes.
Oh yeah, my guy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One of them, yes. The other one was just like someone we knew from our
Got it.
spot.
Okay.
And no, we don't know where he's at.
Got it.
But yeah, my main guy, he's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
cool.
yeah, so yeah, that's
how we met. We were drinking. And then we were sitting at the bar, all of us.
Yeah.
And then we kind of just.
And I jumped right into astrology, and I started guessing signs.
Gabby came up to us. She started talking to us, and we was just like, okay, like she was cool. Your energy was everything. Like I'm definitely like big on energy, so I felt like your energy was definitely like positive, and you were very.
And you were skeptical because you're a Scorpio.
I was. At first, I was like,
she's like, first of all, you gave me that face. Like, wait, can we curse on there?
You can be free.
Okay,
be free.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You were looking at me like, who the fuck is this? Which is how a Scorpio always looks at.
That's how I was looking. That's how I was looking at you. I couldn't see my own
but
face.
it wasn't like disrespectful. It was just kind of like I knew I had to win, like, or even me talking about astrology, like I had to say something that resonated with you.
Yeah.
And no, you were just standoffish, but like I love Scorpios. I love that energy because I'm pretty much the same. Like me acting like crazy. That's my Libra rising. I'm a Taurus. Like I'm crazy Cardi B, like Libra.
Yeah.
Just
I feel like you're animated a little bit.
Yeah,
which is good.
Like
I love that
but
though.
Only in public. Like after this, you probably like people probably like. I step out maybe once every 3 months, and then after this, you probably. I mean, you and I will.
Yes,
but sure. Like people pretty much see me like a few times a year. Like I'm a homebody. I'm a real Taurus. But like, rising is how you present yourself in public and socially.
Got it.
And it's like the more the merrier, the partier, fun. Yeah, so that's like definitely how I introduce myself, like when I'm out in public. So that's what you picked up on.
Yeah.
And and I felt your energy, and we'll talk about like my top 3 favorite signs and
we're gonna get into it,
my 3 least favorite signs.
I'll tell you the least favorite now.
Yeah, because you were telling me something about some Leo man.
Oh my gosh. T and Yomi, are you guys Leos? There's no Leos in here. Come on, Scorpio. Hey, girl. Yes.
Okay.
First of all,
you in the cut.
I love Capricorns. That's probably like one of my favorite Earth signs. Yeah, favorite
sister.
But yeah, just in case there was any Leos in here, Leos are something else.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't care if they were in here. We could fight.
If they was in here,
we could fight.
I still would have said it, but
yeah,
they be.
And Leos, that's another thing. The fire sign, like. Violent, don't know how to keep their hands to themselves. Think of any Leo you know, they're crazy.
Yeah.
Think of a Leo.
I'm pretty sure I can.
And they don't know how to keep their hands to themselves, and you guys need to learn how to do.
But these are the males I'm thinking of. The women are pretty level.
They're okay.
Yeah.
They can be cool.
I think Yomi's thinking right now. She like, I think I.
But Capricorns, I love. Well, we got to do an episode with all of us.
We will.
I love Earth signs and Capricorns. Y'all don't fuck with nobody.
I'm crying.
But you guys are cool, huh?
Selective.
Yeah, very selective.
For sure. That sounds accurate.
Yeah. Okay. Focus, Gabriella. Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how we met.
Let me go through my notes.
Yeah. And like where do you want to start? Wherever you want to take it. I'm excited. I'm open.
I feel like we're gonna have to edit this episode a lot.
It's okay. We'll get it done. We'll get it done.
Okay. Well, I definitely wanted to start off with saying like sorry for your loss, and
thank you.
And how are you doing? First and foremost, how are you doing? How are you feeling? Even when you text me, I was like, oh, let's reschedule. Like, and you're like, no, I could tell you're about your business, a Scorpio, like, and then I feel like Scorpios too, because you guys are so deep, talking about things can be healing, and especially the industry you're in and everything. How are you doing?
No, for sure. I'm doing okay today. Like
Yeah.
I think
Are you numb, you think?
somewhat. Like there's moments where I'm numb and then there's moments where all of a sudden I just feel weird. So like I think when I was talking to the other engineer Wolf and I was telling him like when I got here, I was like
Yeah.
there was people around and I was like, I don't want to talk to anyone. But then I'm like, but coming here, I was fine. Like I was listening to music in the car, driving, and I felt fine all this morning. I dropped my mom off. But then as soon as I got here, I just felt kind of out of place. Like I just felt weird, and which is not like myself.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's because probably I haven't really been processing too much the past 2 days. I've kind of just been trying to be strong for my mom.
Yes. Is this your major big loss in your life of losing?
I guess so. This is probably this is probably one of the
intimate, most close, like closest.
Yeah, closest. Like my grandma on my dad's side, because it's my mom's mom who passed away.
Yes.
But my grandmother on my dad's side passed away last September. And that one was another one. It was just a lot of emotion because, I feel like my family on both sides are heavy with like the matriarchs and like women.
Yes.
And so it was heavy for like my my grandma who passed away last year. It was heavy.
Yeah.
But because my dad is absent, he's not in my life.
Yes.
We're not as close as we could have been, me and my other grandma. But she was always very loving. Whenever she would see me, she would always be very loving.
Yeah,
giving
be
me
a grandma.
Yes. And so, but this grandmother I lived with, I've been living with for most of.
That's why I was like, is it your mom's side or your dad's side? And I think I remember when we did the Sunday night wind down, it was on IG Live. You were home.
Yeah.
And I think I remember you saying she was in the background.
Yes, she
like
was.
that.
I wanted it to be quiet because
Yes.
there was a lot of back and forth. Because usually my mom has been my grandmother's caretaker for forever. So
yes.
sometimes my mom will be back and forth getting her food or, something to drink or whatever. So I was just like, okay, like.
Yes.
No
I mean, it's definitely fresh. I have my experience with grief too, and I was numb for at least the first year or so. Losing my mom at 17. But grief is interesting. We need to do an episode on that alone. We spoke about that a little bit that day because we were talking about how emotions manifest in the body and can manifest into illness and disease. And,
if you don't
life and grief,
if you don't
process it and heal and use different healing modalities or techniques to you have to feel it to heal it. What is it? You have to feel it to heal it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a lot. You're definitely, I know, probably still numb. It just happened. And but I'm so glad. Thank you for still being here.
No, of course.
We'll
Thank you for coming.
Make sure to try to make this a healing conversation. And yeah. So okay, sorry guys, I'm gonna check my notes.
No, you're good.
Because I was like, it kind of. I didn't know what angle I wanted to go today.
Yeah,
it's like it could be any. I don't know how you're feeling.
Definitely. Like, cause we had a whole outline. Like, for the audience, I don't be knowing all the BTS, all the behind the scenes stuff
that goes into stuff.
Yeah, but you had a whole outline, and then this happened, and kind of like shifted things around. So it's like now we could just whatever you feel comfortable. I'm here. So we can go.
No, I know. Like with us, we could talk about anything and go any avenue. But let me see. Okay. Yeah, because I guess we could talk about more general stuff. Yeah. Because it kind of was laid out like for your birth chart, but we'll do that.
We're gonna do part 2, and we're gonna get into the chart. We're gonna get into the chart because I'm curious now.
But I have a lot to say about Scorpio because I love Scorpios.
Yes.
I'll just start off. My top 3 favorite signs are Taurus.
Your sign, yes.
Taurus, Sun, Moon, Venus. Okay, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Venus. For those of you that know your big 3 or your birth chart or whatever.
Yes.
And so Taurus, numero uno. Followed by Pisces, which is your sister, your water sign sister. Very sweet, good people. Apparently Jesus Christ was a Pisces.
Oh, really?
Don't come for me. Don't come for me.
See, we getting into it.
Why are you laughing at the Scorpio? Why are you laughing? Because the Christian community. I mean, I was born Roman Catholic and all of that, so whatever.
Oh.
So don't come at me. But
that's interesting.
If you read the Bible, it said he was born around springtime, and that's Pisces season. He was not born on December 25th, like we are all trying to say.
It could have been Pisces or what? Aries? That's the other one?
Yeah, something like that. But I think because when they describe Pisces, they say Christ-like qualities. So like, you know, how sweet they are and giving and understanding. They're also very spiritual, one of the most psychic spiritual signs next to Cancer and Scorpio. Pretty much water signs are pretty like psychic and connected.
Yeah.
But Pisces is more like their problem is being too much into this in the spiritual world not so much in the physical world. So it's about like bringing spirituality to the physical, and because everything is like balance and everything. But okay, so my top 3 favorite signs: Taurus, Pisces, and Scorpio. Which it's like you guys get such a bad rep.
We do.
Rap.
I be like, child, you don't got it like me, but I know I'm peppy.
You guys are the dopest sign, and you guys are so like, because I feel like I just love how like well-rounded and like you guys are loyal, loving, very passionate, and very deep. So if you're a shallow person, Cancer. Okay, if you're a shallow Cancer, Pisces, and we'll talk. So I guess I'll just jump into like water signs.
Yeah.
There's different levels. It's water signs are Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And if you think of a fish, like I like to look at their archetype, or I forgot what it's called, but like the symbol or animal that represents, like Taurus is a bull, so Pisces is the fish, you guys are the scorpion, Cancer is the crab.
Yeah.
So like if you think of water signs, Pisces is a fish. Yeah. So it's like under the water. And I'm talking about in terms of shallow and deepness, like how deep can you get? Yeah. In terms of like your emotions.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Sorry, not to cut. Before
we go on and on.
No, before we even get into it for real, you didn't even give your like a proper intro to let the people know who you are, what do you do.
Flustered, okay?
It's
because
okay.
I came and I was running late, and I hate to be unprofessional, and I drove all the way from Long Island, and I didn't like my outfit because I feel like I look like a fucking auntie.
It's okay.
The rich auntie. At least a rich auntie.
You giving rich auntie, so it's okay. All right.
You were so cute. You're like, oh well, we're drinking wine. We could get cute.
Listen, I'm here for the wine. Yes. All right. But yeah, introduce yourself to the people. Let them know who you are, what you do, where you're from.
Yeah, my name is Gabby Graves. And that's, you know, I'm just trying to figure out who the fuck I am. Okay? Because I thought I knew, and then now it's like I don't know. And that's the thing about like the spiritual life experience. It's like you think you know, but you have no idea. You remember MTV? What was that? The True Story? You think you know, but you have no idea. It was like a show. I don't know. But yeah, and then so my name is Gabby Graves. I'm from Long Island. And you know, I'm very passionate about like astrology, spiritual, anything that falls under the spirituality umbrella, because I feel like when I had my spiritual awakening a few years ago, it's like anyone that knows that has gone through an official awakening, you become obsessed with everything like spiritual and you know, metaphysical and esoteric topics, and like why we do, like why are we here, life purpose. So that's kind of like the brand that I'm working on for myself, with trying to you know, just I love to interview, and everyone has a story, and sharing people's life story could be inspiring. And, so just working on that, and my podcast and YouTube and all of that. Yeah. So I love this. I love being around like-minded people, and people that, you know, have like their passion projects or are really living within their life purpose, spirituality, health and wellness, mental health, all of that, anything that falls under that umbrella, I love. And it's like so fulfilling, because I believe it is part of my life purpose, and I want to help other people find their life purpose. How many times did I say life purpose? Take a shot for every time I said life purpose.
Nah, Gabby is silly. And no, I appreciate you for, you know, coming. And I think, you know, we might have touched on this briefly, but I was definitely like, you did say I was a skeptic when we first met, but I think even with this topic, I was like, I don't know much about astrology, so this is new for me. This is kind of a learning thing for me. So it was like at first I was a little skeptical, but I think I was just like, be open.
But I think that's like the myths and the misconceptions and like demonizing, villainizing. Girl, we might have to open this other bottle.
I think we do, girl.
In a second. And it's just we spoke about even like the having another episode, the topic being spirituality versus religion, and just realizing that like when you have your spiritual awakening, you realize that everything is connected, everything's the same, it's energy. And the main like, well, I believe in God, and I feel like any religion, it's like you have your, whether it's Allah or any, whatever you call it, or source energy, the universe, it's an energy, and we're all talking about the same thing. So just like realizing that it's the same thing, and we don't need to have judgment, because the highest vibrational energy is love and unconditional love. So like, don't judge yourself, don't judge others, don't put labels on things. So just realizing like all of our similarities, and even like just what we deal with as humans, like race and discrimination and prejudice, and all of that. So just realizing that it's really all the same shit. Okay. So just seeing how everything is connected. But I think because of judgment, especially religion has villainized and demonized anything that's not, but it is of God. Like I tell people, like, these are tools that God has given us. Like for astrology, and shout out to my astrology teacher, she's amazing. I am Danielle Page on IG, life changing, and she's so dope in the way she breaks it down. And teaches the concepts of it, and she just talks about the origin and like ancient times, how people use the celestial bodies, so the planets and all of that, and how all the planets have certain energies, and it affects us as humans. And they use that for like agriculture and all of that. And I'm like super not articulate today, but it's okay.
No, you're doing
we'll
just
figure it out. And then we're drinking wine, so I'm like, this is but
you're doing just
so
fine.
basically your birth chart is where all of the planets or celestial bodies, because it's not just planets, stars, and all of that solar system, where they were in alignment when you took your first breath. That's why the time of birth is so important, because it's kind of like just a snapshot of where everything was in the sky in your chart, in zodiac sign charts. Like it's a lot to explain. Like I have to do a whole episode just on that. But it's just a snapshot, and it's individual to everyone. And I feel like, again, that's a tool that God has given us to give us insight as to why we are the way we are. And there's things like our North Node and South Node, and that, and there's so many different things on the chart that can give you insight as to what career you should be in, who you might be, with who you might marry. But again, we have free will, and that's the thing that people don't understand, is like, we have free will. So just because this is laid out doesn't mean that that's going to be the outcome. So there's infinite possibilities, infinite outcomes, but it gives you a sense, like, that's what I was saying, like, depending on what sign your Mars is, that will pretty much show like, how do you act when you get angry. Mars is has to do with like action, and the positive aspects of Mars is like action, motivation, getting things done, and the negative aspects is like, how do you act when you're angry. It's like that type of energy. So then depending on what planet you have in or where your Mars is, that's how you'll know, like, oh, this is why I deal with my anger this way.
Got it.
Or your moon will be like your emotions overall, like where's your moon in your chart. Like for instance, I could use myself as an example. My Mars is in my Mercury, which is how I communicate, is in Leo. Is it in Leo? I think it's, now I'm like forgetting because I've looked at so many charts lately. I think my Mercury is in Leo, and Leo, again, like being aggressive, the lion roar, like, I'll curse you out, like I'll curse you the fuck out, but I won't put hands on you, because my Mars is in Pisces, which is the sign that I said is like a little sweeter and nicer. So it's like, I won't lay a hand on you, or like I won't hurt a fly, but I'll curse you the fuck out. Where you probably would have hoped I hit you instead of cursing you out, because cursing you out like can kind of cut deeper than like, because if I hit you, then you like you'll heal from that. But sometimes the words, and this as a Scorpio too, like the sting. That's like one of the things that people say about Scorpios, but it's like you deserve it too. The same thing. And then I love you guys too, because I'm a Taurus, you're a Scorpio, and you are my polarity. So you're my opposite sign.
Yes, you did tell me that.
So that pretty much is like just same morals, values. It's just like how we navigate life day to day is different, and Scorpios are known for being like, having the extremes and all of that. So
that's what I've heard.
Yeah.
I was like,
you know what? Let's just get into Scorpio now because I love you guys.
I'm like, listen, I be scared. I be like, what you about to tell me, girl?
What? Don't be scared. You already know everything. You're a Scorpio.
I'm like, man, let me see if I agree. But
no,
but it's not my, it's not my full thing. So I guess I'm like,
yeah, but it's a big sun is like a big part of who you are. Okay, let's see. And then I wanted to talk about the astrology of 2023.
Oh yeah, I definitely.
What should we do first? Or like, how can you edit it? You could put it backward. No,
whichever one you want to go for.
I'll end with that then. I'll end with that, and then because it's like I'll wrap it up with like, oh, this is the year, the astrology for the year.
Yep.
And just like, yeah, and good for us that the astrology is phenomenal for Aries and Taurus. But because you are my polarity, usually whatever happens to your polarity sign in a year could affect the other sign.
Okay.
So it's a phenomenal year for Aries and Taurus. So it's going to be excellent for Scorpio and Libra.
Love that.
Yeah, I think.
Love to hear it.
Yeah.
Need it.
Really like, no, it's very necessary. Okay.
Need it. The year's starting off a little shaky though, but we going.
Yes. And it's like, and that's another thing that you just learn in life and like with grief and stuff. It's just like, it's never, what is it? Man plans, God laughs.
For sure.
Like you learn that more than ever when you go through things.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like,
oh, I know you thought that was going to happen, but we going to sprinkle this in here.
Yeah.
That's usually how it goes.
And that's like the journey of life. And like, and I've been thinking a lot about like these memes about God's strongest soldier. Like, and I'm like, I'm tired
of being God's strongest, right?
Like I didn't ask for this, but that's another thing with our soul contracts, which is interesting too. Soul contracts is apparently, they say as above, so below. So like if we have lawyers here and we have like a boardroom table, it's basically like that version of that in heaven. And it's like our soul contract is a contract we made with God before we came into this body or this lifetime. Like these are the things I'm going to, God is telling us like these are the things I want you to accomplish. And if you don't, maybe you have to keep coming back until you accomplish it. Like this. But when I kind of learned about soul contracts, I was like, that makes a lot of sense because also if you're an old soul, which I am a very, very old soul because I'm very stubborn. So I never learned my fucking lesson and I had to keep coming back and back and back. So like now I feel like if I accomplish what I'm supposed to do, then I could just go straight to heaven because the goal is like different dimension, whatever you believe in. But the goal is like once you accomplish that, you can go to heaven, which is like whatever heaven means to you, like pure happiness, peace and love, joy, whatever.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I'm really all over the place because things just like pop in like that. But soul contract is another thing that once you learn that, it helps you with life. But that's basically we don't necessarily, unless you get in tune with, whether it's meditation or there's something called the Akashic Records where you can go into and get an idea of like what am I supposed to do in life and whatever. And once you figure that out, that like can help you a little bit, but then there's still always things that are going to be thrown in that you don't expect. And it's like, how do you navigate that? But I just say the more intuitive you become, the better connected you become to like what you're supposed to do. And then life can be a little easier. But yeah, I'm all over the place. And I didn't eat today. And then I already started drinking. So I don't know.
You didn't eat today?
No, I'm trying to do, girl. That's another Taurus thing. Like we try to do intermittent fasting to the extreme.
Got it.
But it's like
is it working for you?
No, girl. No, I'm only gaining weight. Okay, I used to be like a 00. Listen, and now I'm like I don't even.
Intermittent fasting. I tried it and that shit don't work.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yes,
for me anyway.
Yeah,
for other people it might.
Body type, but you have to do it right. Like it works if it's meant for your body type. Some people need to eat all the time because their metabolism is crazy or whatever.
It's me.
Yeah. Yeah, which is, good.
I
It's
wake
just
up
about
hungry every
doing it.
day, and I'm like, damn, this shit is crazy. Like,
But it's fine because that's actually a good sign because it shows your metabolism is
I'll be
high.
like, can I not be hungry?
But it's like it's just about what you
Like,
eat, how you eat, macro, calories, macro. It's just
yeah.
so that's what I'm trying to learn too, and whatever.
Mhm.
See how this is a problem, guys. Because what the fuck is this episode about? Literally, what are we talking? Scorpio, what are we talking?
We're talking about astrology and we're talking about life. Like you have gotten me out of my comfort zone because
Yeah.
at first I was like,
I feel like it's crazy right now.
it's okay. T is like, I don't know.
Yeah.
No, but it's fine. I'm here
Yeah.
for it. It's good.
This is like an intro because then from this, like we could dissect all the extra parts we'll have to like talk about. Like
Yeah.
part 2 will be birth chart. Part 3
Part 2, I'll be prepared with the time I was born because I couldn't get that for you.
Yes. No.
And then we can go through
Fine,
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
should I open this out? What do we
You want to do the second one? Let's open the second one.
Okay.
Yeah. But I want to check in too. I want to check in with you and see how you're doing. How's your
excuse me.
I can't.
I
can't interview it at all.
Not
Okay.
today.
Okay.
You'd invite me back when I have something to promote and
Okay.
talk about.
Okay.
Because right now I'm trying to just figure it out. It's a mess because now I'm like thinking I'm gonna become like I was like podcast, YouTube, whatever.
Yeah.
Influencer, entrepreneur, like lifestyle because I love like a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
And then now I might like be a real estate agent or not
Do
like
it.
But I'm a notary. So now I'm a notary signing agent, which is just like a fancy notary for real estate. Like,
yeah.
Closings, buying, selling, whatever. Just a fancy notary.
Yep.
And then it's like, but then I'm trying to buy my childhood home, which is a multifamily, because I'm like, now everybody's saying like, oh my God, your first home has to be a multifamily because that's rental income and then investment properties. So I'm like, I'm just really all over the place. But that is back to like astrology and numerology of 2022 was about like love.
Yeah.
The number 6, because 2022, 222 is 6. That's like the number of love. That's the number of Venus.
I was hearing 2023 is the year of love. That's what I was hearing.
So 6, yeah. Oh, you heard that too? Did I tell you or you heard it?
Before you told me, I heard it. I heard it before you told. It's just I've just been hearing it. So I'm like, well, hopefully this year I find my mate because I've been single for a long time.
So that's what it is. 7 is also the year of like 7th house Libra love and all of that. But that's more romantic love. So yeah, we did speak about that. We did. So I was like, oh, year 6 Venus rules like love, beauty, success, abundance, fertility. Like Venus goddess, like Greek mythology, whatever. It's a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
But so then I thought 6, like the year 6, 2022, I was like, oh, this is my year. I'm gonna get married. I'm like really stuck on 1111 because that's like my life path number and it's like my lucky number. 1111. It's a very spiritual number.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I want to get married. 11/11/22. That would have, and I'm single by the way, guys, and I've been single for many years.
She's single, yeah. I better get her off the market.
No,
it's a baddie. It's a whole baddie over here.
I hate everyone.
Why do you hate everyone?
Girl,
let's talk about it.
No, we're not. Stop trying to take over your show. It's not your show today. It's a Sunday night wind down takeover.
Oh my! Are you okay? I just have one question though. Are you dating right now?
Absolutely not. I hate everyone. And like on my spiritual journey.
Why do you hate everyone?
Capricorn, you hate everybody too. Listen, can we hear her or not?
Can we hear Yomi?
Sometimes.
Oh, hey, girl. Are you single?
I am not.
Oh, okay.
She taken.
Yeah, that's because you're Earth sign. We like to settle down. We don't play.
Oh yeah, but both Earth signs.
Yeah, she's Capricorn. I'm Taurus.
Okay.
So like
Earth signs like to settle down.
Well,
what do you mean?
No, yeah, like we like stability.
Oh, okay,
but yeah, Capricorns. Actually, you guys like fall in love and settle down with your money. Like you don't like you don't, no, Capricorns are the workaholic. Girl, I'm telling you, we have to do.
They are. Capricorns are about their business. They don't play around.
The camera, okay? Yeah.
Come on.
But yeah, no, Capricorns.
I felt the workaholic like, for sure.
Workaholic. It's all about like money and moving up the ladder, and reputation is very big for you guys. And you guys will marry your career, and you'll fall in love with your career. You necessarily won't fall. Sometimes you fall in love with humans, but not all the time. Why are you laughing?
Because you're reading me.
She's accurate.
And I don't know anything about you. I just walked in. I don't even have your chart, so I don't really know. Because if I look at your chart and look at your Venus, and there's so many other aspects on the chart that can like show love and romance. But my friend is a Scorpio. My friend is a Capricorn, and she's like, I hope. Well, I don't think her man will see this or whatever. But basically, she's like, oh, he's a great business partner. I don't care about love. Once we get the business up and running, then maybe I'll look for a romantic partner. But like, he's a good partner, and it's like her baby daddy.
So are they together or no?
No, they are together.
Okay.
But it was like, it's a hosted. I can't even tell her business right now.
Hopefully she doesn't see this.
No, it's okay for her to see it. I just don't want him to see it through her, because then it's like, then basically he'll know that she doesn't give, she doesn't
really care.
Yeah. And she's like, no, he's a great business partner, because it's all about like that business partnerships and collaborations and like making shit happen. And I'm exaggerating. And when I talk, guys, don't take me like so literal. Like I exaggerate a lot, but it's basically like the essence of. So she's like, once we get the business up and running, then I'll leave him and maybe I'll find love.
Shit.
And then there's two different Capricorns.
There's two different ones?
There's a Lori Harvey. Okay, I'm not gonna do this.
She's gonna get into it. She's gonna get into it. I mean, we like Lori Harvey. This is a Lori
Harvey's a Capricorn?
Wait, But we like her.
I like her.
Oh, we like.
I say, do you if she?
Wait, hold on. I'm so rude here.
I say,
girl.
do your shit. If you're, she's dating. I feel like she's dating. She's like.
I think
she's dating. And if she's a celebrity,
and I'm like, I think she's dating.
She's a celebrity.
She's young and she's hot.
To the masses, maybe she looks a certain way.
Wait, do you guys need refill too?
I think I'm okay. Thank you.
Are you sure? Okay.
Yeah.
Capricorn. Oh, I got you next time. We're gonna go in.
Let's give Tia a refill.
I love Capricorns.
Yes. No, it's okay.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
It's all right.
Say hey, girl. Say hey. That's a Scorpio.
Yes. We got 2 Scorpios in the room. It's great energy in here.
Yes.
But no, I don't know. The Lori Harvey topic.
I don't want to get in trouble, so there's just two, because that's okay.
So Lori Harvey is one. What's the other one? Who's the other one?
Okay, there's 2 types. There's one that's the hustler that'll do it on their own, and if the hustler, and then there's the one that if they can't do it on their own, because it's all about money. Like you guys want to be like
it is always.
It's always about the money.
It's always about the money. It's always about like. But which is not
because it creates stability.
Exactly. And what did I just say about being in a relationship? It's about Earth sign is about stability. Okay. And so it's like, but I think Taurus, because we're ruled by Venus, the planet of love or whatever, we want stability with love. You guys are ruled by, I think it's like Saturn or something, so it's about structure and like you guys are very
important to
Yes, exactly. Structure, routine. But what I was saying about like making the money, and it doesn't, again, like don't take me so literally. Yeah. I'm not saying that you're not going to fall in love or you're not a loving person. It's just that might not be the Capricorn's first priority. But with the 2 different Capricorns, there's the one that is the go-getter that makes it happen on their own, like independent woman. You're probably hyper-independent woman. Yeah. Okay. Right?
Yeah, I'm pretty independent.
Yeah. And sometimes it could be like to the extreme. But then if there's the type that still wants the money, but then could be a little bit of a gold digger, which is obviously I don't find that most Capricorns are like that, but I've seen another side of them because it's like still the same goal, but getting to it a different way.
It's basically getting to the bag by like all means.
All means.
Yeah.
I definitely know.
What you just said is when the Capricorn I'm talking about, she said that when we were talking about like, she's like, I'll do whatever. And she said it to me. And then I went, like, the next day, I was, like, doing my astrology, like, checking my weekly astrology, whatever. And I saw something for Capricorn. I screenshot it. It said, by all means. It said, basically, hopefully I could find it and send it. But it was, like, get to the money by all means. And that's, like, it literally said, by all means. And however she worded it and you're wording it, it's how it was stated.
I definitely know a Capricorn that gets to the money by all means.
By all
means. Any means you could think of.
Yeah. And it's, like, it's not always ethical, but it's okay. But it's, like, it usually is ethical. Let me stop. See, this is the problem. I say shit and I'm being funny and then it doesn't land as being funny. It is usually ethical because you have the earth sign element of being like, good intentions.
Yeah.
But it can be, but it's also low vibrational and high vibrational like aspects of every sign, the good and the bad of every sign. So it depends on the person. If you're a piece of shit person, then you're gonna be unethical. You know what I mean?
Right.
It just like depends on you and your intentions.
I agree.
But how did this turn into like the Capricorn?
Yeah,
But I got you, girl. We got to do like more episodes about different signs and bring people in, and
it's interesting to me.
But it resonated a little bit, girl.
Yeah, I will say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
I be feeling like a lot of the things I hear about Scorpios don't be resonating with me. That's why I was a little bit on the fence about this shit. Because I'm like, I don't know if I'm the average Scorpio. Like, I don't know.
Like, she ain't average. You heard?
She ain't.
Period.
And Scorpios aren't. Y'all are fucking dope as fuck. You're mysterious. You're deep.
People think we're crazy though.
This is how bad I am as a host today.
They think literally. I be like, how?
Girl,
you know what it is? I think my experiences with Scorpios have been like, y'all are like kind of sneaky. Like,
well, mischievous. Yeah, mischievous. Yeah. And but it's also the high vibrational or low vibrational. It's like the good traits of the Scorpio. It's all about where you're at in life and who you are.
Yeah.
But so that's like a negative experience you might have had with someone that was low vibrational, not in a good place in life. But again, I'm a horrible host because first I was talking about the water signs and how the levels of deepness or whatever. So whatever, because that I think that has a lot to do why Scorpios are so misunderstood, because a lot of people can be shallow and you guys are so deep where it's like it's hard to get to you or find you, or like where you're the way that we're as deep as you guys get. It's like you get so deep where it's like no one can really relate to you. And also a lot of astrologers
sounds accurate.
Yeah, because it's so deep, and it's like and a lot of astrologers say out of all the signs, Scorpios are the hardest to read, because it's you guys. I hear that. Okay, let me tell you, because I know a few Scorpios. You guys can be head over heels in love with someone. Okay. Obsessed with someone. It's like, think about like the Drake obsessive, like stalker. I always say, like, I love to use celebrity examples for like different zodiac signs. He is all that. Huh? He is. All that. Yeah, I always say if you want to know how a Scorpio is, or a Scorpio feels or loves, listen to Miguel, Drake,
Future.
Scorpio. Thank you.
SZA.
Exactly. So if you want to know, like, listen to them. I'm a Taurus. If you want to know how a Taurus loves, feels, listen to Adele, listen to Sam Smith, listen to Chris Brown. But he's also kind of like Aries, and like Aries in Vedic astrology, which is more like the Indian Eastern astrology. So the dates are a little off. But yeah, like if you want to know like how a Cancer feels, thinks, whatever. Listen to Ariana Grande. Cancers are petty. Look at 50 Cent and how he is on social media. But like Ariana Grande with the Cancer and pettiness. And again, my 3 least favorite signs: Leo, Cancer. No particular order. Leo, Cancer, Aries. I can't put you. Yeah.
All okay. Hey, shots.
Everybody going down.
Leo, I gotta think through which the second.
But I want to say something about the Cancer, and I was like, I hope, like, what if these clips go viral? And I'm like, I don't want to go viral
we're clipping this up.
But because I love you guys, Ariana, you're an amazing vocalist. But Cancers, you guys cry all the time. You're water signs, right? That's like, if you guys know Cancers, they cry all the time. But they use their tears as emotional manipulation to get their way. And that's why everybody calls them a crybaby. But babies cry because they can't speak. When you're an adult, you have to use your words, and if you don't, that's emotional manipulation. And it's like a little bit like fake bitch, messy girl, like type of mean girl. And then like Ariana Grande, a great example, is like, break up with your girlfriend, yeah, because I'm bored. You can hit it in the morning, and then she's like, I know it ain't right, but I don't care. Okay, so that's the Cancer. Did we get good audio on that? Yeah. My vocals? Okay.
Your vocals was hitting, girl.
Thank you so much. But it's like, it's just the lyrics. Like, I know it ain't right, but I don't care. Like, that's the messy.
What were you saying about Scorpios? You said when they fall in love, like the obsessive.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She wants to go back to Drake. Are you a Drake fan?
We didn't finish
No,
that
I
part.
just thought that was really interesting.
Oh,
I
do you know
never really
Scorpio
thought
like
about
that?
it like that.
Yeah. No. It's just like that's one of their characteristics of being like.
You said they could be so.
obsessive.
You said they could be so in head over heels over somebody, but
We'll
and then you
never
stop.
show it. So a good example, I think my
This is
astrology
true.
teacher, shout out
I agree.
Danielle Page.
Mhm.
Love you, girl. So I think she used the example of like a Scorpio is like, or the metaphor, whatever. The Scorpio is in a limo with tinted glass.
Mhm.
You can see out, but no one can see in.
But yes, I think I agree with that.
Yeah, and then for you, so like let's really get into Scorpio. So Scorpios, that like the mischievous and mysterious and the dark, like because you guys get so deep and it's like the deep depths of people's soul, like really deep in the ocean, like the abyss where we don't know what creatures are down there. Because it's dark, people can like look at that as being like evil, or but then you guys can be vindictive. But it's like, but whatever. Okay, so let me just figure out how I'm gonna go, because there's so much to say. But
can we?
Well, let's talk about.
No.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm sorry, girl. Okay, so
I'm like, because I'm trying to think if I have.
Well, I'll talk about career. You're in psychology, counseling, therapy. Yeah. That's in terms of careers for Scorpios, that's phenomenal, because Scorpios is all about understanding like human behavior, psychology, understanding why people do what they do.
Yeah.
And then it's also investigative. So it's really great for like law enforcement. Some of the best Scorpios are detectives, but it's also like, that Scorpio does have kind of that dark side, that dark mind, where you can get to that place where, again, it's just so deep and dark at times. So you could understand that in terms of like being a detective and investigating things. And then it's also about like justice.
Yeah.
You guys want justice. That's why one of the negative traits is being like you guys, once you're hurt or lose trust in people, it's like a vendetta against people, vindictive, the sting. It's the Scorpio sting. Like, I'm going to fucking sting you back because you hurt me. And I was vulnerable to you. Like, you could be vulnerable for the people that you like, you love, care about, or whatever, trust. But the second someone uses something against you, and then the thing with Scorpios is like you make shit up in your head.
That's cap. Well, what if like
tell me how that's cap? They'll make up this whole scenario that doesn't exist, and then when you tell them it really doesn't exist, but if they feel in their soul it exists, then it exists,
and it exists.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
I think that
I
think that's cap. But you know what? I feel like I feel like when I'm hurt, I just cut you off. And I think that hurts people. That hurts people more. But sometimes they don't get no explanation.
But I would have to see your chart. But sometimes before that, depending on what happens, you guys, that's a problem that And I say you guys, but again, your chart, I can look at your chart and see, oh, you don't act like that because you have a lot of like earth sign energy, or you have like where you're just more chill and you cut people off. Like for me, I don't care if you're my mother, father, sister, brother, like cousins and aunts, like I cut you off. I never say never, because that's something I've learned. Like, it's pretty much never say never with me, So, but it's like, but that's also like could be Scorpio too. But sometimes it's like the vindictive nature of like, oh, I have to get you back, because it's the emotions. You
Absolutely
guys
not.
are okay, but that's good for you.
For me,
but I think that's like also maturity and like,
yeah.
But again, I have to look at your chart. It's really hard, but that's like,
you know what? I think maybe when I was younger.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I was definitely like.
Yeah, and your north node would show like the planet, the sign you're growing more into.
Yeah.
So whatever your north node is, it could be like something more like calm and chill that you're growing into.
And just definitely the justice piece. Like I feel like I hate liars.
Yes.
So I feel like if somebody lied, then there's a part of me that would want to expose that shit. Like, and be like, and then to someone else,
it's your truth, but people could look at that as like
vindictive.
Exactly.
But it's like, no, I'm putting this shit on.
Don't talk to me about no Scorpio, because a Scorpio could do no wrong in my eyes. Okay, I love you guys so much.
Yeah, but now I don't be giving. Now I don't be caring. I be like, whatever. Like if I just let people do what they do, and eventually I feel like what's done in the dark comes to the light. Exactly. But when I was younger,
what a Scorpio thing to say. What's done in the dark. Think of like I love when I learned about astrology and like I became like more intuitive astrology. It's like I could read people because it's like people literally will tell on themselves about what sign from phrases. Scorpios like from the phrase it's like if somebody says I don't care, they're a Taurus. Like I don't care, I don't give a fuck, I don't care. Get out, like whatever, leave me alone. Oh, we need more.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So it's like certain phrases that people say. If you hear somebody say, "Get to the money, where's my coins?"
Oh, that's a Capricorn? That's what it's given? No, but you know what? My cousin, one of my closest cousins, she's definitely about her money. She don't play around. Yeah. I had a best friend that I grew up with. They're about their money. They're about their money, their business. They will go after it with everything, which I feel like is a great trick because they will keep you on your shit. Like if they know that you're doing something, they'll make sure you're on your shit. If they're on their shit, they want you on your shit.
Every sign, it's like the extremes, but it's like finding the balance too because everything is about balance. You can't be too much like Pisces, like that's why they say like fantasy land. I don't know if you ever hear like they're always like daydreaming or whatever.
What's with the Libra, like the actual balance?
Libras are cool. So it's the scale. So like it's like scale, you're either a balanced Libra or unbalanced Libra. Good example. Again, I like to use celebrity references because what we know for the celebrity overall. But so for the Libra, it's like balanced versus unbalanced. I think, and this is just my opinion intuitively of what I feel and what I've seen, there's like the unbalanced, not saying that Cardi B is unbalanced, but she's just more wild. A good example of a balanced Libra is Kim Kardashian. Don't talk shit about the Kardashians either because I am a fan because I feel like I read more energy and that their intentions are good. They were raised like decently well. Like you don't hear things like they're assholes. You always hear Kim is so kind and like that's what I care about. But she's a good example of like balanced Libra because she's more like cool, calm, collected. It's like cool as a cucumber. Again, her being a Libra phrase.
I need to hit it.
Well, I'm gonna talk about aesthetics for Kim. It's all about Libra is all about aesthetics. So like how something looks, taking selfies all the time, being obsessed. Like because I'm a rising, I have a lot of that, but I don't care like about selfies and stuff like that. But I do care about capturing moments for memories. That's another Kim thing, like capturing aesthetics, capturing moments. But with her being, but it's also the scale is justice and injustice and whatever. Her becoming a lawyer is so on brand for a Libra. Because it's about justice, the court system, law, balance. So that's like very fitting because it's all about like, and then also, I don't know if you guys know Libras, they're politically correct because they want everyone to like them. So they never want to
get on my goddamn nerves. Really? I'm gonna say that. They on my list of like, I kind of.
Libra men are
Leo.
No, Libra men
I'm talking about. I'm talking about
Libra men are the devil.
I used to talk to some Libra nigga, and that nigga was.
You asked me about female versus male with signs. Yeah. Libra men are demons.
Yeah, I just feel like
they're demons. And you can't tell me nothing about it. And I was just thinking about the other night, like, you know, some of my favorite R&B artists, I didn't know and that's the thing. I like that intuitively I can catch on, like guess things. I was listening to Usher, Lil Wayne, Nick Cannon, what he's doing.
These are all Libras?
These are, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna list them all out. Neo, Usher, Lil Wayne, Nick Cannon. Did I write any more down?
Will Smith.
I like Will Smith.
He's not
though.
Virgo? No. Well, he don't got that many kids and stuff, but yeah.
I like Will.
But like, look at
he's the only exception.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we got it. That's a whole episode.
Doja Cat.
Huh?
Doja Cat?
Oh. Doja Cat. I was talking about men, but yeah.
Childish Gambino.
I don't know him too much, but it's basically like Nick Cannon is a perfect example. What he's doing right now, every Libra man does that. Look at the similarities between who I just mentioned.
Neo.
Usher.
But we don't know too much about Usher though. But Neo
we
and
know
Nick
that
Cannon?
he got issues and all these baby mamas and all these. It's the idea. Okay, so the Libra thing is like they sell the dream.
They do,
and they love everyone.
Let's talk about it.
They're obsessed with everyone, but they're obsessed with everyone equally.
No, like, but Yomi asked about Libra, so maybe she was asking because she knows somebody.
Oh yeah, I'm dating a Libra.
Oh, a man?
It's a woman.
Oh, okay, that's better, girl. Okay, I was gonna say if it's a man, dump him.
Oh yeah, so Will is a Gemini man, but his
Lord.
No, Gemini Man is the movie he was
he
in.
says although he starred in Gemini man, he's actually Libra. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The women are cool.
I don't like
Libra women are cool as hell. I haven't had any Libra
fun as fuck.
Yeah, Libra women are.
You're a Libra woman?
No, I'm a Taurus.
But she has it in
Libra
her chart.
rising. So rising is how you act in public, you know? So when I pull your charts, because I want to do y'all too, I will see your rising, and then from there. Oh, you're Oh, we need this Scorpio. We got to do an episode with the 2 Scorpios.
Listen, I got to find out what I thought my rising was Virgo, but I have to double check. Because I feel like when we did
that
the wind
makes
down,
sense because you're chilling like on top of it. And
I'm like, did I tell you that before?
No, I don't think so.
So you know what? I'm gonna look. I'm gonna find.
But that makes sense because you're chill and like
I'll be chilling. I'll be like,
you get your shit done. And Virgos are all about like routines and structure as well and all of that.
Listen.
There's
me personally, like I don't like Virgos like that. I feel like Virgos.
Virgos are assholes.
Cool. They're very
like assholes.
They're cutthroat though. Like they're very critical.
No, they're assholes. Yeah, because you didn't have to say it like that.
That's why I'm like,
and you don't know everything.
Yeah.
And you're not God.
Damn.
No, like I have something to say about every sign.
My mom is a Virgo.
But like think of Virgos in your life. It's different.
And my mom is Virgo.
You told me that on the
live. She don't play around. Me and her.
I have a very close Virgo in my life.
Yes, Virgo. Yeah. Like they're good friends though. They're good friends. They're good like people.
You might be okay with the Virgo because Virgo and Capricorn energy is.
I think that's the best. They say that's the best match romantically.
They can go together because like Virgos can be like cutthroat and cold. Oh, sorry, Virgos can be cutthroat and cold, and so can Capricorn.
They're so cutthroat.
Aquariuses are also cold too, but that's another.
Aquarius don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
Aquarius don't give a fuck.
And then so the thing is, the whole signs are the air signs. Aquarius will fuck everybody, huh?
My mom's an Aquarius, and she's very much that.
Yeah, cold.
Aquarius.
They're not good with one-on-one, but the thing again, I try to say like the negative and positive of every sign because there's good traits. Every sign has a purpose, like to teach the world. A good thing about Aquarius is they're not good on one-on-one, but they're good with. Like their intentions are whatever they create in the world is to help communities and other people. So like they tend to be the biggest humanitarians. So like Oprah is an excellent example of an Aquarius. Because like obviously we all know her to be like a philanthropist, like humanitarian.
Yep.
But yeah, like one-on-one, it's like cold. And then it's because there's air, any sign that's air, which is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius is like very flighty, like they can't be held. It's like a balloon that just wants to like float away. Like it can't be held down type of thing. So that's why they tend to be the host signs. But again, it's I'm just saying in general. Yeah. And this is just the like tip of the iceberg. And I'm so sorry that this episode is like this.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
She's like, getting
into the signs could get tricky because everybody think their sign is the best sign.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like. But I think
I'm the best sign because I'm well rounded. But no, I love it. I appreciate and then people hate Tauruses too. But I feel like we're not the most hated. Unless
you're not most. I feel like I dealt with a I've had a lot of
men are different.
I've had a lot of Taurus in my life, and I was like in high school, I had 2 close friends that were Tauruses, but then we fell out, and when we fell out, it was
bad.
It was over.
Oh yeah,
we couldn't
on both sides.
We couldn't,
but like they are immature too, because there's low vibrational Taurus too. Like
but then there was a Taurus guy that I dealt with, and it was good when it was good, but then it just didn't work. He was
and that's another thing because we're polarities, like Taurus and Scorpio, the best.
But it's no bad blood or animosity or anything.
Marriage, like best friends.
That's what I've heard that.
Yeah, it's just like the respect aspect, and it's just about like where you're at, if you're in a good place or not a good place. I don't know how much time we have, but should I do? Let me see if there's any more Scorpio stuff. Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna edit this episode. Like, I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna watch it,
but I'm excited because this is just we're trying this out together.
We're chilling.
We might do our own series where we because we got a lot to talk about, girl.
I'm here for it.
We have so much to talk about.
But did you want to end off with the 2023?
Yeah, I think that's what we'll do, like the general astrology. I have all these notes. Like we literally had our like intro call of all these things, but it's great because it'll just be like a ton of content for different episodes. because I didn't even get into like law of attraction, manifestation, frequency, vibrations, and like how, certain books changed my life and helped me on my spiritual journey. And I want to do again another episode where it's like we're talking about spirituality, astrology, and psychology, and how we were talking about the pseudoscience. How they try to talk shit and say psychology was a pseudoscience, and then finally it got some respect as being a science because
at this point, the way how mental health is like everywhere, they can't. I feel like
you can't ignore it.
It's at this point it's undeniable. But
yeah,
I think that I didn't hear about the pseudoscience part, but I did hear about
not being respected.
Yeah, it just not being considered a science. Like
that's what pseudoscience means, fake science.
Got it.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's what
okay.
It means.
All right.
Yeah, and then they call like astrology a pseudoscience because I guess science is like whatever the definition is like something needs to have the same outcome over and over again. Whatever the definition, like the
Got it.
Merriam-Webster definition, but like that's why with psychology, because it is like human behavior, you can't necessarily prove it's going to have the same outcome every time.
Got it.
Like I guess math is like a science because like 1 + 1 = 2 or something.
Yeah,
like it's
the same every time.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But yeah, I want to talk about that because I love psychology, and I think, and just like just for I don't know. I think I just respect people that are doing what you're doing in your field, and even you having this platform, because it's like you're saving lives, and that's especially when we talk about mental health and
Thank you.
Now what's going on with like suicide prevention, and just mental, like you're saving a life. Just being in the career you're in addition to this, so I
thank you so much.
Yes, of course. And yeah, I definitely want to talk about different aspects of that as well. And
we get into it. We're gonna do part 2 for sure.
Yeah, part 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because we have so much to talk about. And okay, let me see. I guess we can end quickly with like and then it's like astrology. See, like people chiming in like, oh, what about this side? What about this side? It's like it's so much to talk about because somebody that is a certain sign and you have your relationship with them and that certain characteristics are like make sense. And then especially if it's someone that you're intimately with, whether it's family, friends, romantic, it's like you want to get to learn that. And I love how my teacher's like, even if you're a parent that just had a kid and you want to learn, or like you have a toddler or you have whatever, a young child, and you just want to learn how to parent them better, learn their birth chart, learn who they are, and like, so that's cool too for like your industry as well.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Dealing with children. And you remember the clip I sent you?
Yes.
What did you feel about that? Let's talk about that really quick too.
You know what? I thought it was interesting because when I'm in the therapeutic space, I never thought about a person's sign in.
Yeah, because you also are not like educated.
Exactly. I'm not.
She's what you are. What's your title?
I'm a mental health counselor.
Okay.
LP. So like once I get my which I'm starting a new practice. So once at the practice, thank you. Once I'm at the practice for a year, I'll be licensed, and then I'm a therapist.
Yes.
So
I think she had the same title as you. And she said the more she learned, well, what did you get from it? It was a clip I sent her of a woman that has your title. And when she took notes of people's birthdays, she took notes of like all of her, counseling sessions. Yes. And then she took like, I guess, name, date, birthday, birthday.
Oh, she did all of it? I thought she just was in the session and certain phrases. She was like,
no, she said, I didn't believe in astrology until I started my work.
Got it.
She said, I did not believe in astrology until I did not believe in astrology until she
started working with clients and stuff.
Exactly. Oh my God. See, that's why I'm fucking slurring my words or whatever. But so she found patterns when she started learning about astrology, but
and the patterns were consistent.
Yes, and those were her clients, so she had their name,
of course,
birth date or whatever, and she's like, Cancer. Well, you saw the clip.
Yeah.
Pisces are like this. Cancers do this. Scorpios, I can't read them, and blah blah. Like that type of thing. So I sent it to you because I was like, I wanted to see your. But then you'll start like when you start documenting things, you'll probably see a pattern as well, because it's like undeniable and it's factual. Okay, astrology is factual.
I gotta get into it more. I think this is I appreciate this because this allows me to kind of open myself up to something new.
You guys did not see me spill it.
You didn't. I didn't see anything.
Did you see it? Because I didn't. Y'all didn't see it either. Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't see it either, I hope.
But no, yeah.
I'm excited for you, because then I just feel like, again, the reason why I love like spirituality and just like growing my intuition and like my psychic abilities, again, we're all psychic. We all came from the same source. It's just like the way we're raised, like, especially if you're raised religiously, whatever, if that's a word, or your religion teaches you to be fearful of certain like traits or gifts that you have. We suppress those abilities, but it's like, why wouldn't I want to be super intuitive? Why wouldn't I want to pray to the point where I can connect directly to God or my angels or spirit guides or whatever? Because for me, I'm like, I want to learn how to do that, because that's like superior information. I feel like if it's coming from God like that, I want to know that, so it's just like growing our intuition and all of that. So I love like all of these like healing, these techniques and modalities that we can connect, and tools that God has given us to make life a lot easier.
For sure.
I'm excited for you to learn about it too, because I feel like it'll be super beneficial in your career. And I guess to just end, right? We gotta end.
Yeah, we're gonna end off.
Y'all gotta stop me. I'm the type of person you gotta stop me and turn it off. Like turn the lights off.
Let's end, because
I can go on and on. But yeah, I just want to end, I guess, with the astrology of 2023. Astrology is really good, again, for Aries, and it doesn't. When I say a sign, if you're not that sign, it doesn't mean it's not going to be good for you. We have free will. We can make shit happen for ourselves. It's just, it's either you work with the energy or work against the energy. But yeah, this is 2023. It's year 7, Libra year, 7th house in astrology is all about, Libra is like ruled by Venus as well, like Taurus. So it's love, beauty, abundance, fertility, growth, and expansion, and things like that. Well, Jupiter is luck and expansion, but it's like whatever. It's the same, like abundance is Venus. 7th house is all about like romantic connections, collaboration, contracts. So it could be like business contracts. It could be like getting married is a contract, which connects to like the love aspect.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, again, it doesn't mean it doesn't have to, it's going to be just like that. It's just an energy that if you're in alignment with that energy, it could happen for you.
Yeah.
Or like if you're not getting married, you might find the love of your life.
Come on, love of my life.
You have to get like, exactly. Come on, love of our lives. Come on.
Listen.
And that's another thing. I want to do an episode on twin flames versus soulmates.
Is that a real thing?
Twin flame.
I believe in soulmates.
I want my
What's
twin flame
mean,
twin
though?
flame is we're the same person, and we're the same soul split into 2.
Ooh.
And even like, same sex relationships, there's still a masculine and a feminine. So it's like it can be a man and a woman, one soul split into like a man or a woman, or one soul split into the masculine energy and the feminine. Because usually in same sex too, it's like one is more masculine, one is more feminine. So
okay.
Yeah, so I want to talk about that, because that's like twin flame is like examples of twin flame. They say is like Beyonce, Jay-Z, Janae Aiko,
and Big Sean.
Big Sean, because it's just like you're the same person, and if you can, I don't know how to explain. I mean, I can't think right now because I'm drinking, but it's like
that's fire.
Basically, when you can come together, it's like life change. You change the world. Like you change. You can make a difference in the world because your power together is so powerful. But it's because it's so powerful. It's like what's it called? Like negative and positive. Charge. It goes. Yeah, ions. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But it's like
kinetic energy.
Yeah, like it's very difficult for them to come together, and sometimes it can be considered like toxic or like whatever, or like but once it can happen, it's like life changing. Or Yoko Ono, I forgot who was she with, like one of the Beatles.
Oh, I'm not sure.
So I'm like, I want that energy, because we all have a twin flame, because it's just the other half of our soul. But like they say, every lifetime you might not come into the lifetime with that twin flame. But I don't know. And again, it's like you got to figure out what works for you. I feel like I met my twin flame.
Really?
But if they're not like vibrationally where I'm at, we'll never come together. Or we won't come together right now.
Yeah.
But I definitely feel like, because I had dreams about this person before I met them. Like, I had a dream of a person, and then years later, I met that person. Like, it's we'll get into it.
I hope I met my twin flame. Shoot, I'm ready to settle down,
Usually
child.
A lot of people have met them, but if you're questioning it, you probably haven't met them yet. But it's fine, because when you meet them, that's the one. And then when you guys come together and you do what you're supposed to do, you guys can go to heaven. You don't have.
I'm
to
only
keep coming
questioning
back.
it because he hasn't applied the pressure yet.
Ooh, oh, we
But
got
everything
you have someone.
Everything else has been cool though. And you know what's crazy?
Is this a Leo? It's not a Leo.
No, I don't even know if I want to say.
No, just say the sign.
Just in case he watched the podcast.
He better watch
his
the podcast.
His sign is Scorpio. His birthday's the day before mine.
Girl, that's your twin flame. No, I'm joking. I'm joking because I really don't know.
I'm like, because we're so like we get along. I feel like almost like
talk.
I feel
it's like your it's you. You guys say the same thing.
I literally feel like
and you telepathic.
It's a guy,
yeah,
and it's me, like a woman. Like we're just in two different, you know. But I'm like,
talk.
I'm gonna cut this out because I don't know if he gonna watch the podcast or not. But
no, we're not cutting this out. First of all, it's my episode. This is Sunday night wind down takeover.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, but
love you guys.
We're gonna end. Any final? We finished, right, Yomi?
Yeah.
Okay,
the guest is here.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
Been here. Sorry, guys.
Thank you so much.
They could join. Actually, no.